Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video, I'm just going to be doing something a little bit satire. So if you don't know what LBC is, it is a UK radio station, and I'm just going to read out the Wikipedia. LBC is a London-based national phone-in and talk radio station. It was the UK's first licensed commercial radio station, which began to broadcast on Monday the 8th of October 1973, and it basically is a lot of news and a lot of politics. And of course, having a Facebook page, this also brings in a vast range of different opinions. So I've compiled 5 separate posts asking different types of questions, and I've also got just a few of the comments from there that I found entertaining. Okay, so the first post that I looked at and found was a very recent one, looking at a certain, I was going to say event, but it's not really an event, a certain thing that is happening at the moment in the world. Should the Thursday night clap for our carers be a weekly event until this thing is over? I'm not saying it because I don't want to be demonetized or anything, you know? You feel me? Feel me? Okay. So here's our first comment. How about a boo for all the Brits that wanted to train to be a nurse or doctor and weren't given the chance because our government poached them from other countries to escape training our own? I'm gonna just let that sink in for a second. It's kind of baffling that people think like this, like baffling that that's a legit thought that goes through someone's head. We do have a shortage of doctors and nurses, and yes, that's partly because we don't have the funds, but I think that might be because people are voting Tory, and Tory are cutting some of the NHS fund, right? It's funny that, isn't it? Okay, so next comment. Less clapping like demented seals or hammering saucepans like mindless sheep. Less selfies of NHS staff with inane poses and peculiar pouts and waxed eyebrows. No more bizarre NHS uploads or singing or dancing routines whilst in the hospital car park, or worse, still in the hospital wards. I don't know about you, Mark, but I think they're allowed to make fun little videos to lighten the load of their 18-hour shifts. The comments on LBC posts really make me question humanity, to be perfectly honest. So this person says, please keep your distance if you are clapping. I've seen so many videos with neighbours standing too close. Keep your distance at all times will lower numbers and help the NHS and save lives. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. I think my favourite part of LBC comments are the people who act as if LBC who posted the photos are the people that you're talking about. Someone else says, perhaps it should be a permanent tribute, even after Christmas, when the crisis is over. I'd rather the government pay the NHS the funds that it needs, rather than me stepping out my front door, giving a minute clap at 8 PM on a Thursday every week after this is just... Okay, so this comment I actually really liked. Clapping is a noise, a raise is appreciation. Beautifully said. Sentence, short, sharp, snappy. Love it. Brilliant. Great, moving on. The Environment Secretary, George Eustice, and I guess that's how you say his name, has refused to guarantee a ban on chlorinated chicken. Would you eat it? Okay, first comment. Just buy British that you know have been ethically produced. If people won't buy the US chicken, there won't be a market for it. Simples. I completely agree with that. If you don't buy it, then, you know, the market is going to struggle and then they won't be able to sell it. So they won't sell it. They won't make it. However, the meat industry isn't ethical, but... Oop, moving on. Any remaining chlorine will be burnt off during cooking. It's actually a good way to reduce the risk of salmonella. Yes, I do prefer free range, but it's an option, not a substitute. That is some mental gymnastics you are going to. I prefer free range, but... Like, do you just not care that, like, animals are being tortured? 3 comments that I found from, you know, the top 20 comments that I just briefly scrolled through were all about, what about halal? The thing that really frustrates me about this is the fact that people will do all of this mental gymnastics to try and make themselves seem morally above other people, but use that as an excuse to be racist, xenophobic. Where's your post about halal chicken/meat? Where's your silence? Okay, last comment from this one. Remember when you was all eating horse meat? my money is on you eating this meat too. I love that. Like, there's so many flaws in the logic there. Eating chlorinated chicken. Anyway. Next, Martin Freeman has admitted he's not proud of it, but he has smacked and sworn at his children. Is smacking your children ever right? Now, I'm sure most of us can agree that no, it is not right. Okay, anyway, here are some of the comments. Shocked and appalled, shaking and crying, RN. Discipline through fear of violence is a terrible thing and always causes problems later in life. Philip, we salute you. This is a smart man. Kids' brains are not developing. If you hit them, that's gonna get hardwired into them. That's gonna create issues, you know? Okay, anyway, moving on. It's always right. How else are children gonna learn right from wrong? Too many children now are unruly brats because their parents have never administered any discipline. Now, there were some replies to this comment, and I read through the replies, and people were like, okay, so what about the people that weren't hit as a kid? How do they know right from wrong? Like, there's so many flaws in this person's logic. Educate yourself and learn different because you are completely wrong, and it's actually a bit upsetting to know that there are people out there that think that's okay. Who hasn't? Sick of people pretending to be the Pope and Mother Teresa when it comes to their kids. Okay. If you claim to have the Waltons as a family, then utter BS. Those little kids can be demons with angelic smiles. Carol, who hurt you? What a sad little life, Carol. Children are naughty because they are children. You don't have to be the Pope or Mother Teresa to not hit your children. I don't know if you're aware of that. Didn't do me any harm. I've grown up to respect others, not like 70% of the feral kids you see today. I can also guarantee you that 70% of the kids in your day were feral as well. Hitting a child does not make them more or less obedient, it makes them scared of you. So long as you don't leave them alone in Portugal, they should be fine. I don't want to laugh. Just don't hit your kids, just don't. I found one from August last year. The UK's first LGBT rainbow crossings have been unveiled in South London. Salt knife crime? Nah. Let's make colourful road crossings to keep Uncle Sarah and Auntie Dave happy. Tag yourself, I'm Auntie Dave. People don't understand that you can focus on more than one thing at once. My brain. I'm ascending. Or, is it where men go to give birth? That's self-explanatory, really. You can just laugh at that for however long you want. Thank you, Darren, for that entertainment. Okay, next one. I love the beginning of this comment, especially. Taking this sorry, not even that, didn't even get that far. Taking this LBQ thing too far. I couldn't give a toss what sexuality you are, but it's getting to childish proportions. I mean, sure, we don't necessarily need a gay flag crossing, but why are you so pressed about it? God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And with that, I will leave it.